RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Let's keep the starting lineup for the Flyers will be St. Louis. At one guard, number 2, a 5'9" senior, Tyrone Parker. Now the other guard, number 23, 6'2" sophomore, Keontae Miner. At a forward, number 25, 6'3" senior, Marcus Ford. At the other forward, number 35, 6'2" junior, Jermaine Hunt. And starting center, number 33, 6'3" senior, Ramon Rios. Coaching the Flyers tonight is Dan Morgan, head coach is Dennis Brooks, assistants Fernando Stevenson and Brandon.
Alton Redbirds starting lineup for St. Louis. They'll start Sane, Miner, Ford, Rios, and Hunt. The record of 2 5 games being held in the top. Thanks to the beat Danville, but lost to Lincoln, lost to Champaign Centennial, lost to Peoria Manual. Public address announcer George Gilbert getting ready for the Redbirds starting lineup. And then senior Brandon Elliott, 5'11", senior front row. Senior front row, Ray Matthews, 6'1", number 15. Elliott, by the way, was number 12. Upkin, 5'8", junior, number 23. The third guard for the Redbirds. At forward, Lamont McDougler, 6'3", junior. And the big man in the middle, the center, Tyrone Parker, 6'5", about 240. He's a junior for the Alton Redbirds. So, those five to start. Elliott, Greenview, Rutgers, McDougler, and Parker. But we also should see Tony Bradley, Tony Harris, Martinez Knight, and also number 4, and coaching number 5, dominated by Marco Howard.
It's good to be first. First Cloverleaf Bank.
Tyrone Parker steps in the middle of the floor, right on the Redbird emblem, and he'll jump it up against Ramon Rios. Rios, the 6'3" senior, the tip one by the Flyers. And they will start it up with number 2, Durand Sane, 5'9" senior guard. He throws it right side to Keontae Miner. Now left elbow, it goes to Marcus Ford. Back to Sane. Sane, number 2 on his jersey. Redbirds man-to-man defense as we start things off here tonight. Tough man-to-man everywhere, and they dump it down low. Some help for Parker. Nice strip there by Brandon Elliott. The Redbirds on the move. Elliott gives it to Matthews. Matthews in the corner. McDouglar fires, and it's off the rim. No good. Rebound, and Parker is going to get charged with a foul. Loose ball foul there on the rebound. It's on Parker.
The Flyers showing a lot of patience with their first possession, trying to work the ball around there, get it inside. The Redbirds come right down the court and fire up a three-pointer.
Ready to go, 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 and they had an open look in the corner, but McDouglar couldn't get it to go. Here's Sane, and he's on the inline. A little bump there with the defender, and then he stepped on the inline. Turnover. It's Alton ball.
Great defense on the baseline there by the Redbirds to get Sane to step out of bounds.
Again, Elliott, Matthews, Lumpkins, the three guards. McDouglar and Parker down low. Parker posting up right now. McDouglar looking for him, but instead out to Matthews, now to Lumpkins in the center circle. Hands it back to Matthews. Driving to the right. Down in the corner. Bounce to Parker. Fouled inside. He lost his man, and some help defense by Marcus Ford, but Ford with a foul.
Parker did a nice job to get free, and Ryan Matthews with a tremendous entry pass to get it into him.
Parker with good hands. Grabbed it. Went right up with it, and he was fouled. And at the free throw line, it is Parker. It's up in the air. It's off the back iron. No good. Parker will shoot again, and we're still scoreless. 6:44 to go, first quarter. Parker eyes it. Second free throw. Back iron. He missed it again. Matthews, though, into Parker. Parker lays it up and in. Matthews with the rebound to Parker.
Matthews did a great job to get the board, and then a nice pass to, Parker to get it in.
East side with a missed shot. Rebound Redbirds, and here they come up the floor, leading 2-0. Head coach for the Flyers is Dennis Brooks. Head coach for the Redbirds, Lane Bennett. Matthews bounces it to Parker, knocked away. Here the Flyers, layup, missed, rebound, followed. Parker grabs it. Tyrone with a rebound, and quickly the other way. It's Lumpkins. Spin move. He missed it. Matthews followed it up. No good. And East St. Louis has the loose ball.
A lot of early excitement here, end to end.
To the baseline. Glass. No good. The follow is good. Miner on the weak side. Miner puts it up and in. On the missed shot, he ties the game at 2-2. Redbirds set up the offense. Parker out high to McDouglar. Long two. Baseline missed it. Matthews followed it up. No good. Rebound Flyers in a 2-2 game. 5:25 to go. First quarter. Sane backdoor. Nice feed and lays it in. Miner with another bucket.
Miner did a great job of finding the open spot on the court and getting into the paint.
Great backdoor look by Sane, too. Way out between the circles. And now Parker with a moving pick at the center circle. Another foul, and he's going to have to leave the game with 2 fouls. And that was a silly one at midcourt. And here comes the sophomore, Tony Bradley, for Parker.
2 quick ones on the big guy, Parker. And like you said, that one didn't look to be a very smart foul there. There was really no reason for it. But now we get to see Tony Bradley in the action.
Bradley, a rebounding machine last week. And he did his share of scoring, too. In the Alton Tip-Off Classic, Flyers with the ball. They lead it 4-2. Last night here on this court, Alton girls beat East St. Louis. Big win for the Lady Redbirds last night against Eastside. Now a whistle and a foul and a reach-in. Late whistle there on Lumpkins. Looked like a clean play, but it's a foul.
It definitely looked like a clean play by Lumpkins there. The crowd was starting to go crazy with a good steal, and all of a sudden the Zebra blew the whistle.
A little bit of a late whistle. Third team foul on the Redbirds. Into the corner it goes. Long three is up and in. 3 for Rios, 6'3" senior.
Nice looking jump shot there by Ramon Rios to bury that.
That 3 makes it a 7-2 game. Now the Redbirds a little too quick. They throw it away, and Coach Lane Bennett will bring in 2 subs. DeMarco Hodges, Kenny Burris, both into the game. No, actually it's Anthony Croft, number 4, with DeMarco Hodges.
and Burris, all three.
Coach Bennett not happy with what he's seen through these first 4 minutes with the Redbirds.
No, he's taking 3 starters out of the game, and remember Parker out with foul trouble, so he's not happy at all with the way things have started here. 7-2, East Side. Sane inside, he traveled with it at the free throw line, took an extra step into the double team. Whistle and Ryan Matthews right back in for Anthony Croft. Before the game, they made an announcement about the Flyers winning the state football championship, and many of the Redbirds fans giving those players and the community a standing ovation here at the gymnasium for a job well done. 13-1 in football this year. 13 wins in a row. And a state championship. Alton ball here, trailing 7-2. Ryan Matthews looking to the corner. DeMarco Hodges sets up, missed it. Rebound knocked out by the Flyers. It's still Alton ball out of bounds.
Good look there for DeMarco as he was in the corner, had an open shot and just couldn't knock it down.
Now Hodges will step out as Lumpkins right back in. 7-2 game, and Lumpkins will throw it in here in the near court. Front court for the Redbirds. Matthews gives it up. It goes to Brandon Elliott. Elliott to Lumpkins at the three-point line. He'll back it up to the center line. Now left side Elliott. Quickly to Matthews in the corner. Matthews lost it for a moment. Now out of bounds and out off of Lumpkins. It looked like the Flyers may have tipped that one out, but Flyers ball.
Yeah, I think that was rather obvious that went out of bounds off the Flyer. I'm not quite sure what the ref was looking at there.
7-2 and inside. Another drive by the Flyers and another foul for the Redbirds. And let's see if that one's on Ryan Matthews. It is indeed. Matthews was on the hip of Miner, who was driving down into the paint. His first foul. 4th team foul. Flyers with the basketball. It's Jermaine Hunt. Hunt gives it up down low. We have another Alton foul. This one away from the ball, and I think it's Bradley down on the post. It'll be his first and the team's 5th foul.
Yeah, Bradley had a little bit of an arm lock there on the Flyer center in the lane.
So 7-2, still the score. Inside, Sane missed it. Follow is good. Jermaine Hunt right at the front of the rim to lay it in.
2 Redbirds standing underneath the rim, and Hunt came all the way from the free throw line to get that rebound. Nobody boxed him out.
9-2. Here comes Matthews inside. Finger roll, good in the lane. Matthews with the bucket.
That's what the Redbirds needed, to get a bucket and get this crowd into it a little bit.
Sane with a 3 ball. It's off the mark. Rebound, Elliott. He lost it, though, and the Flyers still have it. Now they try to save it, and Burris grabs it. And then a quick foul on East Side as Marcus Ford tried to steal it. May have stepped on the foot or ankle of Burris. Maybe in a little pain, but I thought he was going to stay in, but he's going to come out as McDougler checks back in.
Looked like they may have collided knees. Looked like Burris has a little bit of a knee issue there.
Athletic trainer Andy Renner checking him out down there on the bench, making sure he's okay. He tells Andy he's fine. So, Redbirds ball, 9-4 score. Inside, nice feed. Matthews missed it. Rebound, Elliott, Matthews, they're both there. Matthews puts it up and in.
Well, a great drive there by Lumpkins into the paint. A good dish of Matthews. He missed the first shot, got his rebound, and put it right back in.
We have a 9-6 score now. 2:10 to go. First quarter. Live at Alton High. The Redbirds trailing the Flyers inside. Ball knocked away. Saved. And saved into the backcourt. We're going to have a foul on Lumpkins. The Flyers got the ball just ahead of Lumpkins, who was diving to the floor, and he'll pick up another.
You know, it's hard to knock hustle like Lumpkins just displayed there, but really he should have just let that ball go, as the Flyers were the ones that threw it, and it may have been a backcourt call if he'd have just let it go.
It was close to being out of bounds, too, there at the scorer's table. And East Side, East St. Louis with the ball, leading 9-6. Redbirds playing some good defense, and they've picked up back-to-back buckets and made it, instead of a 9-2 game, it's 9-6. Free throw line, in and out. Shot missed there by Miner. Rebound Redbirds.
Looks like Miner's trying to take this game over a little bit for the Flyers.
Alton lost it for a moment. Matthews has it, and now timeout called. Matthews was laying on the ground, and thank goodness Lane Bennett called a timeout from the bench before the Flyers could steal it or a jump ball was called.
Yeah, I think the Flyers would have had a little bit of trouble wrestling that away from Matthews on the court. Would have been a jump ball, but the possession's in the Redbirds' favor, but now it stays in the Redbirds' favor, and they still have the ball here.
And only use a 30-second timeout instead of a full. 1:29 to go, first quarter. Again with Brian Lewis, Brent Berkland here with you on a Friday night of Southwestern Conference basketball. The Redbirds and the Flyers in boys basketball. Tomorrow night, or I should say tomorrow afternoon, Illinois basketball. They'll actually tip off at 11 a.m. Illinois and Georgia here on Z1570 from Chicago. They'll go into the afternoon tomorrow with hoops here on the Big Z. Ryan Matthews out of the timeout to Brandon Elliott. Elliott quickly into Bradley. He lost the handle, but the Flyers will be whistled with a foul there. A double team was coming, and Bradley lost it under the basket, but a foul.
The refs are calling this game awful tight. There's been a few calls out there have been a little bit ticky-tacky, a couple touch fouls, and I think that goes right into that category right there.
And the Redbirds will throw it in under their own basket. That is team foul number 3 for the Flyers. Redbirds with 6 fouls. Here's Matthews in the right corner. Bounces it out to DeMarco Hodges into the game. Now McDouglar with it. Levon McDouglar to Tony Bradley. Back to McDouglar. Out near the timeline. Now driving inside the three-point arc. Kicks it back out to Elliott. Elliott, top of the key. Now kicks to Ryan Matthews. Matthews fouled on his way into the lane. Team foul number 4 on East St. Louis.
Matthews is doing a really good job this evening so far of taking the ball into the paint and then dishing it back out to the open man. He's hitting the boards hard, and he's playing really well here in this first quarter.
Deontay Thomas, number 20, with a foul. His first. Team's 4th foul. Tyrone Parker back in the game, by the way, for the Redbirds. Matthews, free throw line. Back iron, he missed it. Rebound, Flyers. The orange and blue back the other way. Sane quickly to the corner. A 3-ball up, no good. Rebound, Hodges. Redbirds ball. Make that Brandon Elliott with the rebound. Elliott over the timeline. Gives to Hodges. Now McDouglar. Hands the ball off. Elliott into the lane to Parker. Inside. No good. Tipped around. Redbirds with an offensive rebound.
Great job crashing the boards there by the Redbirds on the offensive end of the court. Keep possession.
10 seconds left in the first quarter. They wait for the last shot now. McDouglar's 3 is blocked away. It's loose again. Redbirds from half court. And off the rim. No good by McDouglar. Hit the front of the rim from half court at the buzzer. 9-6 Flyers after 1. More basketball in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
When you play sports like football, injuries are going to happen. That's why more area schools count on the Human Motion Institute's sports medicine pros to keep their athletes healthy and in the game. Our certified athletic trainers are part of the team, assessing and treating injuries right on the field. And if serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital. We're part of the team.
When making the biggest investment of your life, you should expect the experience, professionalism, and commitment of a full-time realtor. Lisa Funk will provide you with results you can count on. Satisfaction guaranteed. Only agent in town that offers a free moving van when you buy or sell. Her experience is not expensive, it's priceless. So look for Lisa for all your real estate needs at 910 Funk or www.lisafunk.com. RiverBender's top producing broker year after year.
Welcome back to basketball here at 8 o'clock, just after 8. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton, top of the hour, and We have Alton Redbirds boys basketball moving into the second quarter. Alton and East St. Louis here from Alton High tonight. Pass inside, Redbirds almost threw it away, but it was pinballing around there, and it pinballed out of bounds, and it's still Alton ball.
Driving from the corner and to get the ball to Bradley in the paint, but Bradley wasn't ready to catch it. Went right off Tony Bradley's hands, and like you said, luckily it went off of the Flyers after that for Redbirds ball.
Brian Lewis and Brent Berklin here with you. Matthews to Hodges. Redbirds set it up again after hitting 3 shots from the field in the first quarter, but just 3 for 13. There's a loose ball. Parker couldn't get it. East St. Louis the other way quickly. Good. And 1, I think. No, offensive foul is called. I thought the blocking foul was coming. The officials looked at each other, and they're going to say that it's an offensive foul on the Flyers.
The 2 officials that were closest to that play under the hoop didn't even make the call. It was the official from center court, or half court out here, that made the call.
23 with the foul. That's Miner. His first foul, team foul number 5. That's one of those 50-50 calls. Could go either way. Here's Brandon Elliott inside, and he is bumped and pushed by Deontay Thomas with his second foul. They're still calling it close.
Yeah, somebody must have told the officials it was going to be physical here or something tonight, because they're calling a lot of everything out there. They can't even put their finger on the gentleman that they're guarding.
And we'll see if that changes as the game goes on, too. Second quarter, third quarter, you never know. It could change. Now the Flyers with a steal, and Ryan Matthews shoved it, 2-hand shove, and they're both going to get technical fouls, too. Jawing after the whistle. So Ryan Matthews going to get a personal foul and a technical foul. He's going to have 3 fouls total now.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what he was upset with. He obviously fouled the East St. Louis player. He gave him a shove in the back for the foul. I'm not quite sure what transpired after that, but the 2 of them were in each other's faces arguing, and double technical issued to each of them.
That's the way it looked, and looked like it was Miner that was in on that too for the Flyers, number 23. And Matthews going to pick up his second and third fouls. And now Coach Lane Bennett going to bring in 2 players, and Burris and Bradley in for Matthews and Parker. And Matthews may be sitting for a long time with 3 fouls. He may have to wait till the third quarter now. Well, Miner at the free throw line because he was fouled, and he puts the first free throw in the bucket. His 5th point already.
Yeah, Miner's done a great job this evening taking over for the Flyers early here in the game.
6 now out of the team's 11 points. 11-6 Flyers as he hit both free throws. By the way, he's got 2 fouls now with the technical. McDougler baseline, missed it badly, too long, and rebound East St. Louis. McDougler with a silly foul in the backcourt, and the Redbirds keep racking up the fouls.
Yeah, before they know it, the Flyers will be taking 2 shots every time they go to the line for the remainder of this first half. There's still 7 minutes to go in this quarter.
9 team fouls, so 1 more, and they're in the double bonus. Sane will shoot. It's 1-1 right now. In the air, good. Flyers have hit their free throws, 3 for 3, and they lead it now 12-6.
That was one of those fouls there by McDougler where he was just frustrated with himself. He's had a few open looks. He hasn't got the shots to go down, and he fouled out of frustration.
Another free throw, good by Sane. His first 2 points of the game, and it's 13-6. The Flyers have jumped up by 7 now again. They led by 7 early on, 9-2. Here's Burris. Lost it, tried to get it back, but it's Flyers ball. Sane missed it. Offensive foul as DeMarco Hodges took the charge.
A lot of toughness shown there by DeMarco Hodges as he got in there to draw that charge. Big time play by little number 10.
Lumpkins in. First look at number 5, Tony Covington for the Redbirds in. So it is 4 guards and then Bradley out there now. Elliott, Covington, Hodges, Lumpkins, and then Bradley. So a quick lineup. Here's Lumpkins. Into the front court, tried to get it to Hodges, threw it away. Flyers ball the other way. There's a kick ball. No, traveling called on the Flyers, it looks like, before the pass.
That was a good call there by the official. He definitely took the extra step before he delivered the pass.
Lumpkins looked like kicked that ball away, but traveling called before the pass, and it's Redbirds ball. The press is on here for East St. Louis, and the Redbirds have not been able to handle the press, turning it over and over and over.
Even with the 4 guards out there, they're having a very tough time getting through this East St. Louis press.
6:36 to go, first half. Lumpkins throws it in the middle of the court to Elliott. Missed the short shot. Rebound, Flyers. East St. Louis with a 7-point lead and the ball. Into the front court, it's Monte Wright, new player into the game. Wright, number 4. He checks in for Dennis Brooks. And they throw it away on the wing. The Flyers throw it to the corner, out of bounds. Timeout called by East St. Louis, just a 30-second timeout. Redbirds ball when we get back to action here. The Redbirds could use some points. They have 6 points in, 10 minutes of basketball.
They look a little bit out of their element out there right now. The press is frustrating them. They're turning the ball over quite a bit. They just need to relax a little bit. East St. Louis is showing just a little bit more poise, slowing down their offense, taking their time a little bit, showing some patience, and the Redbirds have yet to show that a little bit. And you can tell by the reactions of Coach Bennett on the sideline that he sees it as well as we do, and it's frustrating him over there.
And he's probably happy that they're only down 13-6. It could be a lot more.
Yeah, it could be a lot more, and probably should be a lot more.
Yeah. 7-point game. East St. Louis over Alton High. 13-6. Low scoring game, too. East St. Louis won the JV game earlier tonight. They throw it in the middle. Elliott was fouled, no call, but Brandon picks it up. Gives it to Covington. Now down to Parker. Nice move inside. Good! Up and under, and he put it in.
And there he shows just a little bit of what the Redbirds have been missing. A nice move there by Tyrone Parker, and now the Flyers throw the ball away as they try to take it back down the court.
Redbirds try to get some momentum here and make a little run. It's 13-8. Alton ball again. 5-point game. Flyers still with the press on, the 2-2-1 press. Here's Covington up the floor. Covington to Lumpkins. Lumpkins spinning through the defense, but he carried the ball, walked with it over the timeline.
Yeah, he definitely carried that ball. He was trying to make a play to get through that press, and he just carried the basketball.
Here come the Flyers, leading by 5. Second quarter. Now we have a foul on Tony Covington. Another touch foul. Covington well beyond the 3-point line with a foul. And that'll be his first foul. There's team foul number 10, 2 free throws.
Seemed to me Covington was doing a very nice job of playing defense there, moving his feet and playing tough D, and all of a sudden the ref blew the whistle on him.
Jermaine Hunt, free throw. Rims off, no good. And Kenny Burris checking in quickly here. He'll come in for DeMarco Hodges. And Hunt has another free throw. 2 points for him tonight. That's the first Flyer that's missed a free throw. They're now 4 out of 5 as a team. Another one in the air. He missed them both. He was over the line anyway. Violation as he stepped over the free throw line. 0 for 2. It's Redbird ball. Ronald Anthony into the game, number 24 for East St. Louis. Redbirds ball. They have Lumpkins, Covington, Elliott, Burris, and Parker on the floor. Here's Brandon Elliott. Hands the ball to Lumpkins. Mikel Lumpkins. Right side to Elliott. Spins into the lane. Finger roll. No good. Parker with a strong rebound. Good, but he traveled before the layup. He took an extra step in the lane. Foul number 9 on the Flyers. Free throw in the air, and he missed it. Off the rim it rolls. Flyers ball. So Lumpkins missing the front end of the 1-and-1. He hasn't scored tonight. Redbirds with only 2 scores. Parker with 4, Matthews with 4. 8 points. That's it. 4:40 to go. Second quarter. 3-ball in the air. Missed off the rim. Parker with a rebound to Covington, and he has to hold it up. And he waits for the rest of his team to move into the front court. Here's Burris. Kenny Burris. 32, threw it away, but the Flyers knock it out of bounds. Luckily for the Redbirds, that looked like a fast break layup.
Right at the same exact time as he let the pass go to Lumpkins. Lumpkins broke to the other side of the court, and luckily for the Redbirds, it got knocked out of bounds by the Flyers.
A lot of these Flyers overplaying the pass, so they're trying to go backdoor, but some of the passers aren't really on the same page. Matthews back into the game now, by the way, with his 3 fouls, a 3-ball, in and out, no good. And now a foul on the Redbirds on the rebound. Boy, that 3 went down and came back out.
Yeah, it sure looked like it was going to fall for Ryan Matthews, but it just didn't. And then Lumpkins picks up his 3rd foul by shoving the man underneath the basket to try and get the rebound.
Well, the Redbirds now with 2 players that have 3 fouls each. And at the other end of the floor, it's Ronald Anthony at the free throw line for the Flyers. In the air and good. He'll shoot again.
And the 2 players with the 3 fouls for the Redbirds are 2 key players, 2 starters, 2 mainstays for them, and that's going to be a challenge for the Redbirds as this half continues.
Another free throw on the way. 4:16 to go, midway through the second quarter here. Big crowd here tonight. East St. Louis and Alton High. Free throw missed. Rebound good and 1. And it looks like the Flyers are going to get a 3-point try after they made one of the free throws too.
Somehow Ramon Rios got down the paint there to grab that rebound in between 2 Redbirds, and then got fouled as he put it back in.
Foul's going to be on Elliott, his 1st foul. Free throw missed. Rebound Redbirds. It's an 8-point game now. 16-8, so they did get 3 points on that trip. A free throw first and then a bucket. And they missed 2 free throws. Now a reach in and a foul. Made all 3 of his free throws. 3 for 3. By the way, that's Redbirds foul number 13. Lucky 13. Unlucky 13. Here comes another free throw. It's a tie game. 17-17. McDouglar in for Croft. Lane Bennett making a lot of substitutions here in the entire first half. Miner up, and he missed one. Parker had the rebound for a moment. Out of bounds. It's East St. Louis ball. Flyers have it. And that means that Croft is going to come in. Hodges in. Bradley in. Covington in. 4 subs.
Well, it looks to me like Coach Bennett has an offensive team and a defensive team, and he's going to do it as much as he can, switching these guys in and out.
4 subs into the game. Bradley down low, and then the 4 guards out at the 3-point line. 13 seconds to go till halftime. 17-17 ball game. Here's Weston into the lane. Finger roll. Blocked away. Redbirds ball. 2 seconds left. Covington gives it off. Layup. No good. The layup rolled off the rim as Covington to Croft, and it would not roll in.
Covington did a tremendous job blocking the shot at the defensive end of the court, grabbing the loose ball, taking it coast to coast with a nice dish to Croft, and just wouldn't fall for the Redbirds.
17 all at halftime, and this crowd entertained in the first 16 minutes. We'll see what happens in the second half. Back with halftime in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car. Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank, we're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center, innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.
Take a look at the latest J.D. Power & Associates insurance certifications for customer satisfaction. Know what each certified agency has in common?
Each is with American Family Insurance.
In fact, American Family Agencies are the first agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates.
According to our policyholders, our agents deliver an outstanding customer experience.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection
under one roof.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062 or stop by 3014 Godfrey Road.
St. Anthony's Health Center, located in Alton, is serving the Riverbend area with quality patient care and comfort through comprehensive outpatient rehabilitative therapy services, advanced diagnostic technology, and emergency services, while also providing community education classes that benefit those of all ages. All brought to you by St. Anthony's Health Center's dedicated and caring health professionals.
Sane with the basketball. Starters out there for both teams. Now Miner gives it up to Ford. Ford to Sane. Little fadeaway. Off the rim. Missed it. Long rebound. Elliott runs it down. Redbirds ball. Elliott goes in to end. And he stops and pops in the lane for 2 points.
Boy, Elliott showed some nice touch on that as he was gliding. A gliding jump shot and nothing but net.
6 points for Elliott now. And the Redbirds jump up 19-17. Here's East St. Louis with the basketball again. Into the lane, little fadeaway is short. Rebound Flyers, and a jump ball call. Looked like 2 Flyers were holding it, but jump ball called. They say a Redbird hand on there too, and the possession arrow goes to the Redbirds.
I believe that was Tony Covington that did a nice job getting in there, getting his hands on the ball to get that jump ball call.
And at 19-17 Alton, Redbirds have it back up by 2 points. Flyers' largest lead, well, they've had a couple of 7-point leads, but Alton, this is their largest lead at 2. They throw it away though. Sane all alone. He grabbed it, then traveled with it under the basket. As once he ran it down, he shuffled his feet. He was all alone.
He did a nice job making that steal, and then as he got there, he just lost control of the ball just a bit, enough to shuffle his feet and get the turnover.
Redbirds with Elliott, Matthews, Parker, Hodges, and Burris. Kenny Burris with it. Bounce pass to Parker. Good hands underneath. Lays it up and in.
Not only good hands, but nice patience by the big man there as he waited him out. The 2 Flyer defenders jumped. He stayed on the court. As they came down, he went up and put it in.
21-17. Redbirds with a 4-0 run and a turnover. They have it back. Here comes Ryan Matthews. This is what the Redbirds needed. Some points right off the bat. Down to Parker it goes. Up and in it goes once again.
Boy, and the big man's fired up as he's pounding his chest, running back down the court, and it looks like the Redbirds' plan of attack is to just go inside the paint to the big man and wear him out.
Inside spin move by the Flyers. Traveling on the Flyers. This time going into the lane. Jermaine Hunt. Timeout East St. Louis. 30-second timeout for the Flyers. It's a 6-0 run for the Redbirds to start the third quarter.
Yeah, just as we talked about, a nice quick start by the Redbirds here from halftime, and it's got the Flyers a little bit off their game, and they had to call a timeout to regroup.
And the Redbirds, 6:14 to go, third quarter. So this 6-0 run has come in less than 2 minutes. And we haven't seen this kind of offensive burst all night long. And this would be an offensive burst the way things are going tonight.
Yeah, it's the first time this evening the Redbirds look like they know what they want to do, and they are putting that game plan into action.
6 minutes left as the Redbirds move up the floor after the timeout. Elliott to Parker. He lays it in again. Tyrone with 2 more.
Boy, Redbird fans get used to hearing that, Elliott to Parker, because you're going to hear a lot of that as this season goes on.
8-0 run. It's an 8-point lead for Alton High. 25-17 into the lane, and offensive foul. There's a charge on the Flyers. It's Ramon Rios with a foul. Remember, we had 13 fouls on both teams in the first half, and there's our first foul in the second half.
Kenny Burry's doing a very nice job taking that charge there.
Redbirds ball up the floor comes to Marco Hodges to Ryan Matthews. Matthews in the front court. Back to Hodges. Now right wing to McDougler into the game. Brandon Elliott, top of the key. Parker for 3. It's short. Tyrone out there at the 3-point line. Here comes Sane. Free throw line. Good. He stops and pops for the Flyers.
Well, that's what the Flyers needed there. They needed to get a bucket in and calm the crowd down a little bit and try to get back in the game here.
8-0 run to start the third quarter has now been snapped. And Hodges throws it away. Tried to bounce it to Parker, but it was wide right, out of bounds.
Looked like Hodges thought Parker might go to the corner just a bit, passed the ball to the corner, and Parker just went the other way.
5 minutes to go, third quarter. East side with the ball. They trail Alton by 6. Jump shot right wing, good. It's a long 2. Ramon Rios with a 2. makes it a 4-point game.
You know, one official, the official underneath the hoop, he put it up for 3, and the other official said 2, and the East St. Louis coach is very upset about that being a 2-pointer.
Elliott inside, blocking foul called as Elliott went all the way to the glass. And a foul is called on the Flyers, and the two officials getting together to maybe talk over that 3-point shot, or maybe who the foul's on here.
I think they are talking about that 3-point shot. Is the coach from the Flyers is still very upset about it over there, and I believe that's what they're talking about.
And now they're going to talk to Dennis Brooks, the head coach. Maybe the Flyers were right on the line there, and that's what the official's saying. You had both feet on the line. It was that close, and this foul is on East St. Louis, but the officials have not gone to the scorer's table to let them know who the foul was on yet. Now they're headed back there, and with 4:38 to go in the third quarter, it's Brandon Elliott at the free throw line.
I think what Coach Brooks is upset about is the official that was closest to the play called it a 3-pointer. And the guy that was further away that signaled 2, that was the call they went with.
Free throw, no good by Elliott. He'll try again. Elliott will have another free throw. This was one of the troubles last week in the tournament for Alton, and last year too. Free throw shooting. Shot less than 60% last year as a team from the line. In the air and good for Elliott. 26-21. Alton by 5.
Bradley and Croft into the game here. Parker's going to get a little bit of a rest.
Here come the Flyers up the floor again. That foul, I believe, was called on Ford, his third. Right now it's Miner with it. Matthews on him. Now Bradley tried to jump into the passing lane, but jumped over the top of Rios. And Bradley with a foul. Bradley's second foul. Alton's first team foul, though, in the third quarter here, second half. Flyers set it up again. Here is Keontae Miner to Sane. Jump shot, no. Rebound loose. DeMarco Hodges looks like pushing off on the rebound. Hodges will pick up his first foul.
Hodges gave the Flyer rebounder a little bit of a shove there, trying to get position. The referee saw it and had to blow the whistle.
Here's Marcus Ford with it. Ford gives it out to Gerald Ray. Ray, number 32. Down inside to Ford again. It rolls off the rim. Elliott with a rebound. 3-on-3. Gives to Matthews. Finger roll. Missed it. Matthews got his own rebound, but he's on the end line. Out of bounds. Flyers ball. Mikel Lumpkins going to check back in. Lumpkins in for Matthews, it looks like. We're under the 4-minute mark now. 3:54 to go, third period. Alton by 5. Redbirds trying to get over the 500 mark. They're 2-2 on the year. Here's Sane with it. He backs it up. Guarded by Brandon Elliott. Sane. Right side to Marcus Ford. Back to Sane. 3:33 remaining in the third quarter. Now it's Ford again. Number 25. Out to Sane. Now Ford from the baseline. Missed the shot. Rebound. Ramon Rios blocked away by Croft, but he couldn't grab it before it rolled out of bounds.
Croft did a nice job helping out his teammate, though, as excuse me, DeMarco Hodges couldn't quite stay with him there, and Croft came off his man to help out with the block.
Into the corner, Miner for 3. It's short. Rebound Elliott. Elliott has help this time. 3-on-2. Croft hands it off, up and in. The trailer, Bradley, is going to be called for traveling. No basket. And Coach Lane Bennett cannot believe it. Basket does not count. It's a turnover. Wow. So Flyers basketball, and now a quick foul on Anthony Croft. Another touch foul for the Redbirds, and The officials still keeping the contact to a minimum, or trying to anyway. Another foul.
Not quite sure what Croft did there, though. Did he breathe on him a little too heavy, Brent? I'm not quite sure.
I guess so, yes. There's a 3-ball in the air. It's missed. Rebound underneath and missed again, but the offensive rebound is going to cost the Redbirds a foul. Bradley will be charged with his 3rd foul. 3 on Bradley, 3 on Lumpkins, 3 on Matthews. And Miner to the free throw line. 2:53 to go, 3rd quarter. Miner misses the first free throw. He made his first 3, now he's missed his last 2. 3 out of 5. 26-21, Redbirds still up by 5. Even when the Redbirds hit a scoring drought, their defense is holding serve right now. Free throw is good. 26-22.
Redbirds defense definitely what is keeping them with the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
4-point lead for Alton. They have the ball. Here comes Elliott. Elliott threw it away. Tried to get it to Bradley, but that was in traffic. Here comes Sane the other way, and he's fouled. 2 free throws as he was fouled on the arm by maybe Brandon Elliott. It is Elliott. It is his 2nd foul.
Anthony Croft was out there in disbelief, and I would have been in disbelief with him had they called that on number 4.
Sane at the line, missed the free throw.
Well, the Flyers are definitely not helping themselves here as they're getting to the line quite a bit in these last minute or two, and they're not making the free throws.
Well, they missed 5 free throws in the 2nd quarter. They've missed 2 more here in the 3rd quarter now. They started out pretty good, 5 out of 6. Free throw, this one rattles in for Sane. He's got 3 points in the game. Redbirds ball, now the lead is down to 3, 26-23. Here's Covington, threw it away as he got caught up in the air and didn't know where to throw it, and he threw it under the basket out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't know which guy to pass it to. They were both open, and as he jumped into the air, he just couldn't make up his mind which one to give it to, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Back come the Flyers again, 3-point game. And now a steal. Covington has it, and he is fouled. A double team in the corner after the Flyers lost the ball. It's going to be Ramon Rios, it looks like. Nope, it's going to be Miner. Miner's 3rd foul.
Covington showing tremendous feet right there. Good, quick feet to get into the passing lane and intercept that pass from Sane.
Redbirds ball up by 3 points. Here's Lumpkins back in the game. Mikkel Lumpkins feeds it to McDouglar and out of bounds right off of McDouglar's hands near the lane. Another bad turnover.
Yeah, Lumpkins made a nice move to get free out there at half court and a beautiful cross-court pass, and McDouglar just couldn't catch it.
Flyers ball. Gerald Ray backs it up. Ray sets up the offense. Gives to Marcus Ford. Free throw line. No good. Rebound. McDouglar grabs it. Gives it off to Lumpkins. Lumpkins triple teamed. Now out to McDouglar. McDouglar rushing in. Up and under. Good. And one. Finger roll for McDouglar.
What great athleticism shown there by McDouglar as he literally jumped over the Flyer defender to lay that in.
Foul's going to be on number 32, Gerald Ray, his 1st foul, and that's the 1st points for McDouglar. 2 points, and he could make it 3 now. Levon McDouglar, number 24, 6'3" junior, puts it up and in. 29-23, 1:38 to go, 3rd quarter. Redbirds by 6.
Big bucket by McDouglar there.
3-point play, too. 3rd quarter now. Down to 1:30 to go in the third, and East St. Louis with the ball. Flyers have it. Inside, Sane, finger roll good as he stepped through the defense too.
Sane with a nice drive to the rack there. Comes down the paint, up and under.
7 points all of a sudden. Inside, Redbirds break free, and Bradley is fouled underneath. Maybe the first time we've seen Bradley and Parker in there at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the first time they've been on the court together. Bradley did a nice job there going up strong, drawing the foul on Ramon Rios.
Rios, his third foul. Flyers have 4 players with 3 fouls each. Bradley's free throw up and in.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes with Parker and Bradley out there. I like this idea. Get your big boys out there and let's start pounding them in the paint.
Sophomore Bradley puts both free throws in, 2 for 2, 4 points in the game. And the lead is 31-25, Redbirds by 6. Here's Miner, kicks it to the corner. Long shot is an air ball. Rebound Miner, and he's fouled. Sometimes hard to get a rebound on an air ball, and it was an offensive rebound and a Redbirds foul.
Yeah, I think that's going against Parker as well.
Third foul on the big man, Parker. Now 4 Redbirds have 3 fouls each.
But the shooter missed that he missed that shot by so much that the air ball cleared the rim and Parker over Parker's head, so the Flyers could get it.
Miner misses the free throw. Another one coming. Hit his first 3. He was 3 for 3 from the line. Now 4 for 7. And he's got 8 points in the game. Free throw good. 5 for 8 on the night. And checking the score now, it's Redbirds 31, Flyers 26. DeMarco Hodges will sit down. Elliott, Matthews, Lumpkins out there with Bradley and Parker. To the corner it goes. Elliott, nice move on the baseline, threw it away, but got it back. 37 seconds to go as Lumpkins has it. Waits on a pick from Parker. Instead, he lost his dribble. Now he has to use a timeout. Coach Lane Bennett will use a 30. He may only have one more 30 left. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Redbirds at the end of this quarter would like to lead by at least this 5-point margin, maybe more.
Yeah, you would definitely want to be up by this 5-point margin at the end of the quarter. You've done a great job here in the third quarter to build a lead. You've scored almost as many points in this quarter as you did the whole first half, and you don't want to lose that momentum. Great job there on top of that by Lumpkins to keep his head and call that timeout as he was double teamed there on the sideline, close to traveling, close to turning it over, and had the mind to call the timeout.
Well, 14 points in this quarter. An offensive surge for the Redbirds. Here's Matthews at the three-point line. Leans in for 2. Missed it off the rim. No good. Flyers with the rebound. 22 seconds to go. Sane. Finger roll. It's good.
Flyers did a nice job there running the court to get that bucket in.
Lumpkins the other way. Good with 10 seconds to go. He comes right back with a bucket. His first points. Now the Flyers with 4 seconds left. Lost the ball, and now a whistle. A whistle. And a Redbirds foul, maybe. Yes, it's on Bradley. And on a loose ball, Bradley gets charged with a foul, even though the Redbirds had it, and they were headed the other way.
Well, the Flyers, I believe it was Miner who had the ball. He tripped over his own feet and lost the ball, and the ref called a foul.
Miner at the line. Bradley's 4th foul. And 2.3 seconds to go, so you can't let them have an offensive rebound here if they miss the free throw. It's Miner at the line. In the air, good. He'll shoot another.
And that's how important this rebound is to Coach Bennett, is Bradley with 4 fouls has not come out of the game. He is in there to help get this rebound and not allow an offensive rebound to the Flyers.
Boy, Miner and Sane have done all the scoring, and there's a missed free throw. Parker grabs it, and that's the end of the third quarter with the Redbirds holding a 4-point lead. Remember, we were tied at halftime. Now as we go to the fourth quarter, it's the Redbirds 33, Eastside 29. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. As we watch this year's Olympic Games and root for the world's top athletes, the Weber Chevrolet family wants to offer some encouragement to the terrific men and women representing our country. You are the best of the best. We know how hard you have worked. Win or lose, we are proud of you, and you are all truly winners. Even though you are half a world away, we are with you through every sprint, jump, and dive. And we sing along with you when you stand on that medal stand listening to the national anthem. So from all of us at Weber Chevrolet, go Team USA.
Sports, food, and good times. All this and more are waiting for you at Alton Sports Tab. Gather the crew for a night out, or better yet, bring in the whole family and enjoy the best burger or wings in town. We offer daily specials, an affordable menu, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Visit our new Caribbean-themed edition. We also have banquet and meeting rooms for your special occasion. Alton Sports Tab, serving up sports, food, and good times daily at the intersection of Route 140 and Homer Adams Parkway in Alton.
On to the fourth quarter now with Brian Lewis. Brent Berkland back with you here on the Big Z. RiverBender.com too. Thanks for tuning in, taking us along for the ride as we go into the fourth quarter now. Redbirds outscore the Flyers 16-12 in that third quarter, and they now lead the game by 4 points, and we have a Redbird foul right away. 6 seconds into the fourth quarter, it's McDouglar with a foul, I believe.
That's who they called it on, Brent. Not quite sure what they called, though.
Score now at 33-29, Alton by 4. And the free throw is good. Every time you look up, Keontae Miner is at the free throw line. He's got 11 points now. And 2 buckets in the game. 7 free throws. This one no good. McDouglar with a rebound.
Nice job there by McDouglar to box his man out and get that rebound.
7 out of 12 now for Miner. He's made 7. He's missed 5. Here's Matthews with it. 3-point game. Parker, top of the key. Lost it. Miner headed the other way. Look out. A foul called. Lumpkins reaching in there after the turnover, the steal by Miner.
Yeah, I thought Lumpkins did a nice job hustling down the court to steal that, or excuse me, knock that ball out of bounds, but he must have got a little bit of the arm.
4 fouls now on Lumpkins and on Bradley for Alton. And Miner is at the line again. 7 out of 12. 7 out of 13. He missed another.
Free throws. Every time we do a game, Brent, it seems like we say to each other, it always comes down to the free throws.
In a close game, they're oh so important for sure. Miner's going to get another free throw here. 11 points in all. In the air, he missed them both. He missed them both. He's now 7 out of 14, 50%. Here's Matthews giving the ball up. They almost lost it. McDouglar keeps it for the moment. Now he's in trouble. Throws it out to Elliott. Tipped into the backcourt by East St. Louis. Now kicked out of bounds by the Flyers. And it's Redbirds ball. 7:17 to go in the game.
Redbirds trying to avoid unraveling here in this fourth quarter. These first 45 seconds of this quarter have been very sloppy by the Alton Redbirds.
Well, 33-30, Redbirds by 3 points. Here's Elliott. Gives it up to Tony Covington. Now to Parker. Parker inside to Matthews, off of his leg, out of bounds, as Matthews looked like he was headed to the rim for a rebound. He wasn't expecting a pass. Well, 7 minutes to go in the game, and the Redbirds need some more defense. That's nothing new. 33-30. Here's Ford into the lane, fouled. McDouglar at the free throw line with a foul.
You know, McDouglar's upset with that call, but it might be a good thing they called that foul because the bucket was good. Had they not called the foul, it's a 33-32 ball game.
Wide open lane to the basket. That would have been a layup. Jermaine Hunt. And we'll see how this goes. McDouglar's going to come out. That's 3 fouls on Levon now. And Jermaine Hunt, 6'2" junior. Missed them both, and he tried to save it. Almost out of bounds. It is out of bounds. It's still Flyers basketball.
2 more missed free throws by these St. Louis Flyers there.
Hunt is 0 for 4. Same free throw line. Missed the jump shot. Rebound. It goes right to Anthony Croft. Croft to Covington. Now to Elliott. Elliott, baseline, gives to Parker, but it goes to Matthews instead. And now an offensive foul is called. Offensive foul on Ryan Matthews. I don't know about that one either, and the crowd didn't like it at all. His 4th foul.
I thought they were going to call it travel. The kid didn't even have the ball, really. He was losing control of it. Somehow they called an offensive foul.
Miner walks right in and lays it up. Timeout, Lane Bennett. He wants a timeout. Now he's got one. And it's a 1-point game after the Miner layup. Timeout, Redbirds. Alton, 33. East St. Louis, 32. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village. With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just 1 monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Brian Lewis and Brent Birkeland back with you here. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton just after 9 o'clock. Here on the Big Z, it's Alton Redbirds boys basketball, and what a battle with East St. Louis tonight. 33-32, Alton, Parker, and Matthews. A give and go. Matthews could not finish it, though, on the layup. Here's East St. Louis the other way. Behind the back, and Miner lays it in.
Keontae Miner taking it to the hoop right there behind the back and laying it in.
Behind the back dribble, and he's got 15 with the layup. 34-33 Flyers. Parker with it, fouled. Ramon Rios. Rios with a foul. That's going to be his 4th foul. Oh, it's going to be on Hunt, number 35, his 1st.
It's a big break for the Flyers there. Rios has been a big part of their game this evening.
1-point game. Redbirds trail now. They came into this 4th quarter with a 4-point lead. They haven't scored in the 4th. Now a foul as Matthews fouled by Jermaine Hunt. He picks up 2 quick ones now. Matthews at the free throw line. He hasn't scored since the 1st quarter. 4 points in the game. Big free throws, of course. 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. There's the tie as he hits the 1st.
5.5 minutes to go in this game, Brandon. Free throws are going to be a huge aspect of the end of this game. Alton's already at 10 team fouls and East St. Louis at 7.
Ryan hits them both. 6 points in the game, and he gives the Redbirds a lead again, 35-34. Alton with a lead, fourth quarter. Had a 4-point lead coming into the quarter. Now a foul. Parker, as he let his man get the baseline there. And Parker will pick up his fourth foul. Well, we're going to have some players foul out, I think, both teams here.
Yeah, most definitely with the Redbirds, as they've got quite a few guys in foul trouble. Parker was straight up with his hands, and that's what he's a little bit upset about, but he did get him with the body as he came through.
A bump here and a bump there, and free throws for the Flyers again. Free throw is good. Ramon Rios will shoot again. 8 points on the night for him. Sane has 9. Miner leads the Flyers with 15 points. Second free throw missed. Rebound Flyers for a moment, but out of bounds. Alton ball. We're tied again, 35 all.
Boy, Hunt did a nice job for the Flyers to get in there to get that rebound and just lost control of it out of bounds. Redbirds ball.
Covington up the floor. Into the front court with the dribble. Guarded by Miner, it looks like. Here's Matthews now. Matthews driving, double teamed, and passes it up. McDouglar bounces it to Covington. Covington, left elbow, missed the jump shot, rebound, nope, Matthews is over the back as he tried to tip it up and tip it in, and he's fouled out of the game. Over the top there on that offensive rebound, he fouls out with 6 points.
Yeah, it was a tough night tonight for Ryan Matthews out there. Couldn't quite get things going. Each time it looked like maybe he was getting it started, he'd get another foul, have to sit down, and just couldn't quite put it together as this evening went on.
The double technical early on, too. 4:50 to go in the game, and Deontay Thomas now takes his turn at the free throw line. Nope. It's going to be Jermaine Hunt. He's 0 for 4 in the game. Tie game. His free throw. Nope. He's 0 for 5 in the game.
Well, let's make it 0 for 6 right here, Brent.
7 missed free throws in the fourth quarter already for the Flyers. Well, Hunt makes that one. So 1 out of 6 on the night. Here's Croft to Parker. Parker to Elliott. Over the timeline. Covington down to Parker, but he's double teamed and he lost it. Miner the other way. Lays it in. It's 38-35. Flyers by 3.
See, St. Louis Flyer press is giving the Redbirds trouble once again here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Croft with it outside. Anthony Croft gives it to Covington. Covington needs some help. Back to the top, McDouglar to Elliott. Still looking for Parker down low. Instead, McDouglar inside. Missed it. Got bumped. No call. Flyers the other way. Sane all the way down. Lost it on his way to the basket. Tipped out by... Well, one official says it's East St. Louis ball, but the other official gets it right. It's Alton ball.
Yeah, should be Alton ball. It's nice to see the refs get together like that and get the call right.
Redbirds basketball. They have Elliott, Lumpkins, Croft, McDouglar, and Parker on the floor. Lane Bennett pacing in front of his bench. The Alton head coach. Here's Lumpkins all the way down. Finger roll. Rolls off the rim. He missed it. Now Hunt in the backcourt. Jump ball. Douglar ties him up. Then both players throw some elbows here with 3:51 to go.
It's been a physical game all night, and it's going to get even more physical as we get down to these last 4 minutes here.
And the possession arrow going to go to the Redbirds. Alton ball, Kenny Burris in for Anthony Croft. Now timeout, Flyers. Flyers with a timeout. They have a 3-point lead here in Alton. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Berkland back with you. 3:51 to go. Fourth quarter. Flyers by 3. The Redbirds led by 4 coming into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they came out here in the fourth quarter, and the Flyers put that press on the Redbirds again, and the Redbirds have turned it over a few times. And really, East St. Louis probably should have about a 5-6 point lead. Haven't been able to hit their free throws here in the fourth quarter.
Redbirds ball. They need a bucket. Elliott for 3, and it's no good. McDouglar keeps it alive to Burris. Burris needs help from a guard, and here's Lumpkins to help him out.
Great job by McDouglar to keep that ball alive.
Lumpkins will keep the dribble for now. 3:30 to go in the game. Lumpkins fires it to McDouglar. Now to Elliott. Elliott to the baseline. Now to Parker. Into the lane. Parker missed it. Tipped around. Flyers ball now.
Tough shot there by Parker. Almost went down for him, but a tough look.
East St. Louis ball. It's Sain with it. Durand to Sain. S-A-I-N. Sain, number 2. Gives it up to Hunt. Hunt to the top of the key and Miner. Miner down the lane. Lost it the other way. Lumpkins will chase it down, and he lays it in. It's a 1-point game.
Nice lead pass there out by Elliott out in front of Lumpkins. Let him run onto the ball and lay it in with ease.
38-37, East St. Louis now by 1 point with 2:40 to go. Redbirds need some defense here. Hunt with the basketball to Sain now. Burris on him. Sain inside. Foul and 1. 3-point try for the Flyers.
Great job getting that ball inside by the Flyers. Foul on Lumpkins, I believe, and that's his 5th, Brent.
Lumpkins going to foul out of the game. The Redbirds had Matthews foul out 2 minutes ago. And now Lumpkins fouls out with 4 points in the game after that bucket a moment ago.
You know, I couldn't tell how much contact there really was, but if there was any, I thought it was going to be on Elliott. They came out of there calling Lumpkins. I think that's why Lumpkins is so dumbfounded right now, is I don't think he was anywhere near that.
Deontay Thomas with his first points of the game. And a 3-point try. Nope, he missed the free throw. 40-37, 3-point game. Alton with the ball, trailing East St. Louis. Still 2:18 to go in the game. Lots of time. Burris with it. Out to Covington. Covington to Burris again. Matthews is fouled out. Lumpkins is fouled out. McDouglar, baseline, no good. Rebound Burris under there, and he's fouled. Nice offensive rebound on the weak side.
Kenny Burrs going up, showing a lot of strength right there to go up through 2 Flyers and get that rebound. Drawing the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Thomas will pick up his 3rd foul. And Burris needs these free throws here. He has not scored in the game. Has not tried a free throw either. Here we go. It's off the rim. No good. He'll try again.
Came out of his hand just a little bit flat. Looked like it got stuck down there in his palm just a touch as he was trying to let the extra go.
Flyers have missed 8 free throws here in the fourth quarter. They still lead by 3. Burris missed them both. 0 for 2. Flyers back the other way, leading 40-37. 3-point lead. East Side basketball with 1:50 to go in the game. Bradley went to the scorer's table. Now he's back to the bench. We'll see what happens there. Sane with it. Flyers just holding it now with a 3-point lead. McDouglar comes out on Sane. Now Miner to Sane. Sane driving in to Hunt, and an offensive foul is called. Who took the charge this time? Tony Covington.
The Redbirds have been doing it all night, taking charges all night long to help out on the defensive end right there. Tony Covington doing a nice job sliding down to the baseline, getting his feet set, taking the charge.
Redbirds ball down by 3. They have got to get some points here. 1:25 to go in the game. They throw it into Parker. Parker to Elliott. Brandon Elliott flying into the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Now McDouglar with it. Back to Burries. Burries drives to the baseline. Up and missed the shot. Rebound Flyers.
Nice job by Burries. He opened himself up. He got through the defense. Had a nice look, but he just couldn't put it down.
Redbirds with just 4 points in the fourth quarter. 4 points in 7 minutes. And they had a lead coming into the fourth period. Inside, Sane lost it for a moment, but they get it back with 45 seconds left. Here's Miner with it. Miner into Ramon Rios. Backdoor to Miner. Lays it in. Miner good. And a whistle too. A whistle.
That cannot be a foul.
And it's going to be an offensive foul on the Flyers. And no bucket. No bucket. It's still a 3-point game.
Brent, I don't understand how that, if it is offensive, I don't know how it's not a bucket. The ball was through the hoop.
Well after the shot.
Yeah, well afterwards.
Well, he charged into McDouglar, I believe it was. And the Flyers bench wanting the bucket to count. But it's a timeout on the floor, and it's Alton ball, and there's still 38 seconds to go now.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that a whistle blew, to be quite honest with you, on that play. He drove the paint. He laid the ball into the hoop. As he came down, there was some contact after he came to the court. It's a no call there. It's not offensive. It's not a defensive foul. You just get up and let's play ball. But the ref came running in, blowing the whistle, and calls it an offensive foul. Waves off the bucket. I don't think a lot of the fans have realized that they waved off that bucket, and we still got a 3-point game here.
That's right. A lot of folks headed for the exits here, and it's a 40-37 ball game, 3-point game. Well, I don't know how many times we've had a whistle from an official, and then before they make a call, they look at each other for a while and a little bit longer, and it's happened a lot tonight. Well, it's Alton ball out of the huddle. It's Parker, Bradley, and Elliott, Covington, and McDouglar on the floor.
You know, the fans are just filing their way out of here as if, I really don't think they realize it's a 3-point game.
The bucket didn't count. Here's Covington to the corner. McDouglar thought about a 3. Now Covington driving the baseline. Kicks it to Parker inside. No good. He missed an easy one right in front of the rim. That hurts. Flyers ball with 18 seconds to go. And a foul. And boy, Parker could have used that bucket.
Yeah, he was open right in front of the rim, 1 foot away, and it just goes off the back rim.
16.4 seconds left. Foul on Covington, his 3rd foul. Boy, this is anybody's game all night long, but it looks like the Flyers are going to prevail on the road tonight. Free throw, no good. Well, the free throws have been a problem. Ramon Rios will try again. 9 missed free throws for Eastside in the 4th quarter alone. He missed them both. Still a 3-point game. Elliott up the floor. 13 seconds left. Timeout with 12.2 seconds left. 12 seconds left. He missed both free throws, so it's still 40-37, Brian.
Yeah, and it takes us back to the previous 2 or 3 possessions that the Flyers had in this last minute, and Alton was not fouling them. They were trying to play defense to get a steal or get a rebound. But when you look at the facts, you look at the stats, the Flyers haven't been able to make free throws all night. I can't imagine why for the last minute and a half the Redbirds have just not been fouling them, forcing them to go to the line and make free throws.
Here in the fourth quarter, they are 3 for 13. 10 missed free throws.
If you just cut that in half, you put 5 of those in, you've got a W under your belt if you're an East St. Louis Flyer.
The first 3 quarters, they missed 9, so they've missed 19 free throws in this game unofficially, and 12.2 seconds left. Alton ball down by 3.
There was a lot of crucial time that came off that clock in the last 90 seconds that would still be on the clock somewhat had they fouled and made them go line. If they go to the line and they make the free throws, then you just tip your hat to them and tell them good job. They haven't proven all night to make the free throws.
They throw it in. It goes in to Elliott. Kicks it to McDouglar. McDouglar for 3. It's good! Oh, good! 3 seconds left. McDouglar hits a 3. And with 3.5 to go, timeout, Flyers, and the fans coming back. They're coming back from the lobby. It's tied at 40-40.
Unbelievable McDouglar. As he went to take the shot originally, he lost control of the ball, regained control, and still got the shot off to make it. Unbelievable. And as you said, the fans now streaming back in as this place just erupted.
40-40, the Redbirds with their first three-pointer of the game.
They haven't attempted very many tonight, and through the course of the evening, I've been wondering if it came down to it, who would be the guy to take that three-point shot?
Well, it turns out that it is McDouglar, and he is clutch.
McDouglar with a 3 ball. He has 6 points in the game. He had a 3-point play the old-fashioned way back in the third quarter, but he was open on the weak side, and they kicked it to the right side. He did bobble it for a moment, then he fired it, and swish, nothing but net. 3.5 seconds left, and now we'll see what the Flyers do in a 40-40 game. Redbirds cannot have any fouls here. Need to play good defense. And they try to get the crowd settled back in here because they're on the sidelines. They're at the exit doors. And the place is packed, and plenty of folks have already left, and plenty were on their way when McDouglar nailed a 3 ball.
And boy, the view we had of that, we had a perfect view watching that shot come out of his hand from the wing. And it was just a work of art. That thing was perfect. He showed the gooseneck on the follow-through. Nothing but net as it went down, and LaVon McDouglar stepping up for the Redbirds.
Now Coach Lane Bennett arguing with the officials because they have put 2 seconds on the clock. 5.5 now, saying that East Side called a timeout earlier than the 3.5. They're going to just say, well, it was about 2 seconds before that. 5.5 seconds to go.
Well, the Flyer players grabbed the ball and inbounded it rather quickly to try and get back down the court. And it's anybody's guess when Coach Brooks was calling that timeout to get that.
Impossible to tell.
My guess is they don't have a replay camera over there to be looking at either.
No, just RiverBender.com down there. John, Susie, Dan, all on the cameras tonight for RiverBender.com. Brian Lewis and Brent Berkland with you here. 5.5 seconds left. They throw it into Miner. Miner with 3 seconds. A 3 ball going up. It's good! It's good at the buzzer. East St. Louis wins the game. Number 32, Gerald Ray, a substitute, a bench player from the left wing, nailed a 3 ball at the buzzer.
All I can say right now is wow.
A 3 for McDouglar to tie it up. Then a 3 the other way for Gerald Ray, and he hits it to make it a 43-40 final score.
I think everybody in the building, and you and I included, expected Miner to have that ball and try to, take a one-on-one to the rack or do something, jump shot, but everybody expected Miner to have that ball. When he passed it to Ray, Ray was so wide open,
that he couldn't do anything but take that three-point shot, and he stepped up and put it down.
Boy, I didn't think it was going to go in. Just like McDouglar, though, it did go in. The Flyers with only 2 3-pointers all night long, and this one at the buzzer gives East Side the victory. 43-40. Back with a post game in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by Alton Toyota. Toyota makes the car. Munganast makes the difference. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. First Cloverleaf Bank. We're better together. St. Anthony's Health Center. Innovation, commitment, compassion. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Lisa Funk, the Riverbend's top producing broker year after year. And by Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for 46 years.